Oh, welcome. It's your boy Carcino here, and let's begin. Ladies and gentlemen. The Dallas Mavericks fans have stood up to the organization, and they're saying they want Nico Harrison fired and terminated immediately for this insurrection with the new ownership and the direction they have decided to go. And a lot of people don't realize that this was a collusion attempt done by the Los Angeles Lakers, and they feel Nico Harrison is a double agent. That is correct. They feel Nico Harrison is a double agent working for the Los Angeles Lakers. That's right. Hit the like button coming through the door. If you're new here, please subscribe to the page. Hit the notification bell. Um, I don't know what happened. We just got just I guess the NBA got involved and just hit a button because the numbers were going up and they just said, no, stop that. Hit the button. No, we don't want that being the message out there. They seem to be mad at me for speaking the truth, but what the hell? It's all I know how to do, baby, is speak the truth. So this has been a problem for the league for a while, and the fans are now deciding to speak up. I have been a Luka Doncic fan since his rookie year when he came into the league. Other Dallas Mavericks fans are very upset because, believe me, in that stadium, it is all Luka jerseys. Luka jerseys are everywhere in Dallas. And now, without rhyme or reason, you trade him in the middle of the night without warning was the biggest slap in the face of the fans. And you give them to their mortal enemy, who is LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. That's the mortal enemy of the the Dallas Mavericks. Like that franchise in the West. Why would you do that? How does that help your franchise? It just didn't make any sense whatsoever. But Nico Harrison, who is the general manager of the Dallas Mavericks and been put in charge, he has been under scrutiny, complete scrutiny, because of this situation here. And I brought up suing the NBA for defrauding the consumers. And I was told no lawyer today would pick it up. My lawyer said, I can't do that because it's not going to be successful. It's going to take a lot. And they says to be a consumer, you have to purchase a ticket and to do so with the impression that they're not going to rig the game. Now you got to have definitive proof that they are, and the referee is rigging the game or anybody's rigging the game. Um, how can you prove that they're defrauding the customer or the consumer by a trade? That's yet to be determined and proven. You're not going to win the case. So that's what I was told. I can't win the case. Yeah, it's just nowhere to prove it. You got to have definitive proof for the class action to really take suit. Like presidents, what's the just because a trade took place that you felt wasn't fair, you know, we have not seen if there's damage to the team or not. So we don't know. That's where the NBA looked at it. Now, here's the thing and the reason that all of this is coming to a head, because I want you to understand what it is that's transpiring here. They believe Nico Harrison is a plant by the Los Angeles Lakers. AD is not a two-way player. He wouldn't be begging for help right now if he was a two-way player. As you can see, look at Rich Paul. I told you Kobe couldn't stand him. But there's Nico Harrison over there with Rod Pelinka, his best friend. And here's this weasel, Rich Paul, coming over to see if he can beg and get some and tell them all LeBron's needs. As Kobe's there listening to this bullshit, like, yeah, I still remember you. Kobe hated Rich Paul. Couldn't stand him. Thought he was a weasel. Tried to steal Kobe from Rod Pelinka. Talking about what he could give Kobe Bryant if he was to be represented by Clutch. But Kobe looked at him like he was stupid. What you can give me? I'm Kobe Bryant. What could you offer me, midget? So they found the smoking gun and that links Nico to the Lakers and Rob Pelinka. So he did what was in the best interest of the Lakers and not the Dallas Mavericks, trading away Luka Doncic. And the fans are livid, absolutely livid. Now, of course, this is like 5 years ago, this photo. And you can see how close Nico was to Rob Pelinka in the Los Angeles Lakers, as well as LeBron. So the Dallas Mavericks fans are saying that they should be able to sue because this was totally done to get the Lakers what they wanted out of the deal at the expense of the franchise of the Dallas Mavericks. So the fans are livid and they're going to show the organization their power by sitting out the game. So there's a lot of collusion going on here. And if I ever can get some tangible evidence of proof, I would join that lawsuit. I tried to get it started today. I wasn't playing around. I was all in on the lawsuit.
I've been a Mavs fan my whole entire life since I've been a baby. This is the worst moment in the history of my life. This is ridiculous. This is crazy, man. We went to the NBA Finals. Why are we trading the best player, the franchise player? How are we trading the franchise player? We went to the NBA Finals. He's supposed to have a statue. Hell yeah. He's supposed to have a statue. Dirk got a statue right there. It's supposed to be Luka right there. Why we don't got a statue for Luka? This new management is putting profit over fans. Profit over fans. Feel me? They're not worried about the fans. They don't care that we've invested 7 years of it believing in Luka, but believing in building a team around Luka. They don't care about that. They just want to make the gambling money, make a couple $100 million, and leave us stuck out here. You know, now we're back to square one. We're back to square zero. You feel me? It's ridiculous. Luka filled that stadium. Who gonna fill it now? Who gonna fill that stadium now?
Like I said, I was upset. I was confused because, like, in my head, I'm thinking to myself, like, what is your mindset, right? Like, why would you trade Luka? And if you are to trade Luka, why would you not get the best trade package available for it? That was just such a horrible perspective. That's just such a horrible trade. Like, at least make it make sense. You know what I mean? Make it at least a decent trade. But that was just a terrible trade. Hate everything about it. I hope Luka goes crazy on us. You know what I mean? Yeah, like I'm done with the Mavs right now, bro. It's done.
These guys, this Nico, they finished with my dreams, okay? And this place, American Airlines, the Mavericks, this was my safe place. And now I have nothing. Basically, they screw up the best sport thing in Dallas. I'm so sad, man, for real. I'm sad and disappointed.
Mr. Luka, if you're listening to us, Mr. Luka Doncic, this is not from us. Mr. Luka, you were supposed to stay here for forever. We love you, Luka. My kids were supposed to watch you. My kids, this was supposed to be their childhood, Luka. We love you, Luka. Please come back to us. Once you don't re-sign to Los Angeles, please come back to us. We love you here, Luka.
There's no precedent for this in the history of the NBA that you don't trade a 25-year-old MVP candidate in his prime for a 32-year-old made of glass and a single pick. We just went to the finals last year. It's not like we missed the playoffs. It's not like we lost in the first round. And they could win every game the rest of the season and win the championship, and it wouldn't really matter because all of the emotional value and in that journey just got sucked away. But it feels like someone close to you died in a way, and there's lots of anger for sure. What's inscribed on that statue over there, dirt statue, says loyalty never fades away. And apparently that's only a one-way street. That only matters for the players because loyalty definitely faded away from the organization. They didn't hold up their end of the bargain. He was loyal and they weren't. So I guess that inscription doesn't really mean anything.
It's up. And that's the only way. That's the only way. Like that guy said, the Mavs could win the NBA championship, and it was never going to change the outlook of what Luka meant to that team and that organization. You can't trade something like that. Somebody like that. This is one of the best players in the league, and you're talking about Anthony Davis isn't a superstar. He's a reserve. An all-star reserve. He's not even a starter in the all-star game. Yeah. He's not a superstar. Can't depend on AD every night. Nico Harrison will be fired in 3 years. Why wait 3 years? Get rid of him tonight. Fire him immediately. He's just crippled your organization. Like, it's common sense. The Lakers fans acting like they made a deal. MF, we called you. Oh my God. No, it wasn't about him talking crap in Dallas or to the brass people in Dallas. This was a move concocted by Adam Silver. And Nico Harrison is taking the fall for what the league wanted to do. The league knows they need a superstar on the Lakers to lead the team. But normally the superstar would opt out and sign a bigger deal and go to the Lakers when it's time for them to do so. They're not traded to that team. Now, Luka gave them no indication that he wanted to leave Dallas. He liked it there. They were winning. They were going to they just came out of the NBA Finals. Luka had just bought a house in Dallas last week. So he had no indication, like he just said, he had no indication that this was going to go in another direction. He was completely blindsided by the trade. And I don't blame him. Nico is going to be the face of this whole thing when this is a league decision, because the league could have blocked this. They could have said that's not even a good package, which it isn't. Well, now there's reports coming out that Nico Harrison's wife is a big Luka Doncic fan. And I don't and now they're trying to allude that Luka was banging Nico's wife. I mean, come on. They're coming up with anything they can right now. She called him Nico Doncic, Nico Harrison. Nico was jealous of Luka's his wife's love for Luka. It's crazy right now. Nico Harrison will never be a fan of Luka Doncic. Um, yeah, he never. How do you have the superstar of the league? You don't even have a conversation with him about the trade. And not only that, not only did he not have the conversation with him, Luka has not contacted with him. And you know what this idiot said? Oh, I don't think he probably want to talk to me right now. Yeah, because you're supposed to have the courtesy to call him, not talk to the agent and say, hey, tell your client we're trading. It's just completely disrespectful and not how you do business, especially with a superstar in this league, to try to humiliate him and say, well, defense wins championships. Wow. How the hell did you even get there? If he plays no defense, then how the hell was y'all even there? The man averaged 29 points in the finals. It just makes no sense for Anthony damn Davis. Really? And Christie? This is the most lopsided, one-sided trade I've ever seen in basketball history. The Lakers got Luka Doncic for nothing. It's sad because everybody at the end of the day, you know what they're gonna say? Oh well, that's nothing we could have done about it. And now you got to see Luka get off that plane, shake, throw up. They taught him how to throw up an LA sign and sit over there with Rod Pelinka. Just awful. Absolutely awful. It's disgraceful. Kyrie unfollow Nico Harris because they probably got to move him now too. I mean, look, the whole thing is up right now. They got Kyrie over there, and with the promise of what? I wouldn't be following the GM after that because now I don't trust any of y'all. hmm Everybody should be unfollowed at this point. This was AD when he learned about the trade. This LeBron, he knew about the trade. He tried to lie, say he learned that dinner. AD knew about the trade. Look, he not saying anything. Look, Brian know about the trade. Trying to act like I didn't know nothing about the trade until I had dinner with my family. AD know about the trade already. Look at him. This is his last walk as a Laker. You thought LeBron James had your back. You thought he had your back. You thought he was your friend. He's nobody's friend, homie. AD knew about the trade then. So if you see they had just won the game, right? They had just beat the Knicks. AD is like not happy. So he knew about the trade. So how did LeBron know? They knew. Look, he's sticking the tongue out like, yeah, we just won. No, he knew about the trade. With no subtlety to AD, who's supposed to be your homeboy. He didn't send no tribute to AD or nothing on his social media. Thanks for coming here and going to war with me here in LA. You helped me do all of this. Couldn't do it without you. Nothing to Anthony Davis. The only reply you put out was to one person who called you out and said you forced AD out. Mm-mm-mm. I know. It's a it's a weird feeling because it makes no sense that we have to endure that, and the Mavs fans have to endure that. People who are fans of Luka Doncic, and it's not like it's gonna mean that they're gonna win a championship just because they got Luka. That was the last thing they needed because Sloppy's here now. Yep. Shouts out to the Star Report. I was over there earlier in the chat. No, the NBA set this up, and it's been going on for over a month. They've been losing in the ratings battle, and they got to shake things up. So they want to put pieces where they think that they can get the most profit. This is a business decision by the league. They made Dallas trade Luka to the Lakers right now instead of moving him. They want to get Luka over there right now, and that's what this was about. Nico is working in cahoots with the Lakers and have been doing it for probably forever, from all we know. We don't trust it. We don't trust anything coming from the organization. And now you got to have Luka Doncic here throwing up the damn LA sign as a constant reminder of why you don't trust organizations. Only trust them to mean what they want to mean. And of course, he's not going to want to trust Nico Harrison, who basically just tried to paint him to be a problem on the team and saying he's not best for the team. Like, since when? He's selling your organization internationally. Think about all the money you've made off Luka Doncic. You made more money than you gave out. Yeah. I had a friend who helped another friend get out of jail. Right? He came there, helped him get out of jail, got him a job at another place, and saved him from going to jail. Everything, man. And you know what this person did after he saved him from going to jail? He went and ratted on his buddy, sent his buddy down to jail, made him lose his house, his wife, everything. Just because he got caught screwing up again. That's what this is. They backstab Luka, who helped save Nico, who's a new GM, who's new to the system, new to the way it's going. Like, he's new here. He's never been a GM nowhere. He was always a rep. That's it. That was Nico's job. He was a rep for Nike. He didn't know nothing about being a GM. They brought him in, and this guy came in following with Rob Pelinka. And the Lakers used him as a plant. And now it's being revealed by the Mavs fans is that he was always a plant for the Lakers. Mm-hmm. So now everybody's seeing what time it is. Y'all see what time it is, right? Y'all know what's going on. Y'all know why this process is happening. Just so we clear. That was a good trade. If that was a good trade, the people in Dallas would not be complaining and not wanting to go to the game. The people of Dallas, who are the real fans of the team, would not be saying, hey, this is some bullshit. This isn't a fair trade. How do you think this is a good trade? In what sense is this a good trade? The Dallas Mavericks gets a 31-year-old guy who's on his last leg, already injury prone. We gonna take him to go where? Who's your leader of your team? Do you realize that there's a difference between a role player and a franchise player? Anthony Davis isn't a franchise player. He's a role player. He's a sometimes player. Luka was injured. They were in sixth place. They were in sixth place with Luka. They just went to the NBA Finals last year. So I don't understand what your confusion is on the trade. It would help me understand it better if you told me which team do you root for. Then maybe we could start making some sense out of what's going on. Kyrie Irving is your franchise player and you're building around Kyrie Irving, do you know how old Kyrie Irving is, sir? There we go. Now we got your answer. Now we got your answer. Now, you see, I knew that was going to be the answer before it was even said because of how stupid the statement was. And only a Laker fan would think this was a good trade. Oh, that's a great trade. We get one draft pick, AD and Christie. Only the Lakers would think this is a good trade. But everybody knows you're not going to trade a 25-year-old MVP candidate, one of the top players in the league, to another team for one draft pick. A role player and a player that's probably G League bound in Christie. Like in what world does that even go down? The only good thing is that LeBron is going to screw it up. LeBron James is going to screw all this up. An injury-prone 32-year-old power forward who's saying he needs help because he wanted to play with a big. We need to get some help and get another big. Well, they got your ass out of there. Well, everybody's going to want to see how it works out with him and LeBron because LeBron and him play the same position. Last time we had that was Russell Westbrook, and we saw how that worked. LeBron said, "Oh, no, I ain't going to even be on the ball that much. No, you going to have the ball. No, I don't even want it. Yeah, that's all you." You sure? Oh, yeah. I don't want that ball.
I've been a Mavs fan my whole entire life since I've been a baby. This is the worst moment in the history of my life. This is ridiculous. This is crazy, man. We went to the NBA Finals. Why are we trading the best player, the franchise player? How are we trading the franchise player? You went to the NBA Finals. He's supposed to have a statue. Hell yeah. He's supposed to have a statue. Dirk got a statue right there. It's supposed to be Luka right there. Why we don't got a statue for Luka? This new management is putting profit over fans. Profit over fans. Feel me? They're not worried about the fans. They don't care that we've invested 7 years of it believing in Luka, believing in building a team around Luka. They don't care about that. They just want to make the gambling money, make a couple $100 million, and leave us stuck out here. You know, now we're back to square one. We're back to square zero. You feel me? It's ridiculous. Luka filled that stadium. Who gonna fill it now? Who gonna fill that stadium now?
Like I said, I was upset. I was confused because, like, in my head, I'm thinking to myself, like, what is your mindset, right? Like, why would you trade Luka? And if you are to trade Luka, why would you not get the best trade package available for it? That was just such a horrible perspective. That's just such a horrible trade. Like, at least make it make sense. You know what I mean? Make it at least a decent trade. But that was just a terrible trade. Hate everything about it. I hope Luka goes crazy on us. You know what I mean? Yeah, like I'm done with the Mavs right now, bro. It's done.
These guys, this Nico, they finished with my dreams. Okay? And this place, American Airlines, the Mavericks, this was my safe place. And now I have nothing. Basically, they screw up the best sport thing in Dallas. I'm so sad, man, for real. I'm sad and disappointed.
Mr. Luka, if you're listening to us, Mr. Luka Doncic, this is not from us. Mr. Luka, you were supposed to stay here for forever. We love you, Luka. My kids were supposed to watch you. My kids, this was supposed to be their childhood, Luka. We love you, Luka. Please come back to us. Once you don't resign to Los Angeles, please come back to us. We love you here, Luka.
There's no precedent for this in the history of the NBA that you don't trade a 25-year-old MVP candidate in his prime for a 32-year-old made of glass and a single pick. We just went to the finals last year. It's not like we missed the playoffs. It's not like we lost in the first round. And they could win every game the rest of the season and win the championship, and it wouldn't really matter because all of the emotional value and in that journey just got sucked away. But it feels like someone close to you died in a way, and there's lots of anger for sure. What's inscribed on that statue over there, Dirk statue, says loyalty never fades away. And apparently that's only a one-way street. That only matters for the players because loyalty definitely faded away from the organization. They didn't hold up their end of the bargain. He was loyal and they weren't. So I guess that inscription doesn't really mean anything.
It's over. This is pitiful. This is pitiful. I mean, seriously, it is pitiful. And now this is what we have. That's what's crazy. Mm, mm, mm. If I'm a Laker fan, I can't root for it like that. Luka's going to carry the franchise, right? How's he going to do that with a 50-year-old bum? He got a bum in the way. How's he going to do that with a 50-year-old bum? You got a dinosaur you're going to have to cater to. That dinosaur going to have to be answered to. And all this thing AD talking about, I ain't got no help down there. Like Shaq said, unless you playing Joel Embiid or the Joker, what help do you need? You getting beat by other teams don't even have a big man. Most teams in the league don't have a big man. So it ain't like you getting dominated. You just not trying.
I came on the air and talked about how Anthony Davis was a top 7 player. I take it back. Yeah. He don't look like he even wants to go anywhere near the basket. And my point is, yo, bro, you too big, you too skilled, you too talented. What has happened to Anthony Davis? Yes, Russell Westbrook can't shoot, but that's about it. We need to be talking less about Russell Westbrook and more about Anthony Davis. Because, damn it, I expected better.
Exactly. But everybody's talking about the Mavs got a great deal. What great deal did they get? AD, a big man that don't want to go to the paint. That's really going to help the Mavs. I'm upset. He said Bron just gonna leave Bronny. He don't leave no Bronny. It'll be a package deal. Because don't nobody want Bronny. If you go with your daddy. Of course, the Lakers got the better deal. They got somebody that could sell the franchise. What did I tell y'all? LeBron ain't packing them in no more. He ain't packing them in like he used to. The numbers are reflecting people are tired of his. He's too old. He's just doing it off name recognition, and he's not doing highlight real basketball. He's not a superstar like that carries, that moves the needle. But if you put him next to somebody that's the next type of franchise player, Luka's going to sell jerseys out, and his gameplay is going to dictate. Somebody like Luka too slow to run the fast break. You don't need Luka to run the. Luka can run fast breaks. How the hell they just went to the NBA Finals, and you worried about how Luka running offense? Like, dog, when y'all can get past the second round or do something, let somebody know. Denver been owning y'all. Y'all, the Lakers ain't been relevant in years. When LeBron leaves, the curse will leave. Then they will build the team around Luka. I'm talking about as far as winning a championship, LeBron isn't relevant. The Lakers aren't relevant, really. They're just the most marketed team in the league. The Lakers could be 3-97. They still gonna be talking about the Lakers and putting them on primetime games. That's your problem. It's like, why are we putting the team in and giving them all these primetime games, and this team lost in the first round of the playoffs? I mean, I don't understand it. Why do you know this attention? Oh, because of LeBron James. And we have people want to see LeBron. They don't. The league has been showing you they don't want to see him. That's why they got Luka Doncic over there. Because you ain't getting the job done. You brought AD over here. It was you. You brought Anthony Davis over here. And Anthony Davis was supposed to be the new face of the franchise, but he's made of glass, and he can't be because he's only good when he's standing next to somebody else. Boogie Cousins brought out the best in AD. He did all the dirty work so AD can look good just shooting a little 3-inch jump shot. Other than that, he did nothing. We talked about Fox getting traded last night to play with Wemby. We know what's going on here. It's a shuffle. They finna build the Spurs back up. They're going to build up all these teams to their international counterparts to be a superstar. They're manufacturing the talent, and that's what's going on in the league right now. And it's the standard that has got to stop. They're going to try to make Bronny the new LeBron. It's just terrible, and it's going to destroy the league. Because it needs to be said. Now the fans have spoken. They done told you already what this is about. So it's not really Nico's fault. He's just the guy that's got to take the blunt of the humiliation. Now Luka Doncic and Nico Harris's wife was a big Luka fan, and that's the reason why. I'm like, look, I don't know about that, none of that. All I can tell you is that that man holds no ground over the rim. And all of these depressed people now, as they see the Cino man in the Dallas Maverick Stadium, hmm, the Knicks are a bunch of bums. They're overrated. I'll be glad when LeBron's gone. Then you won't have to deal with his interference, but then he'll be president and general manager of a team, and you'll be dealing with his BS for another 20 some years. Yeah. It's sad that the world will never get to know about Shea because they don't care to know about it. Yeah, in my estimation, Nico Harrison should be fired. That is grounds of being fired. Saying you don't want to pay Luka Doncic the supermax is okay. You just cost Luka 30 to 40 million dollars of money he's earned or deserved. You're making way more money than that off of Luka Doncic. Now you're gonna make all that money off of Anthony Davis. Good luck. Yep. So anyway, that's it. That's all. Shouts out to everybody. Kwame Brown, Bus Life, Ticker TV, and everybody. I'm just thinking about this trade, man. It's just got me so frustrated. I gotta go.